See this? This is my boomstick!
Hey guys, welcome to Obscure Toys number 9. Well, sort of obscure toys from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Now, before we begin, Season 2 for The Toys That Made Us has been confirmed, which is excellent news, and that's kind of the reason I started this series. So let's start off with The Moon Dreamers from Hasbro, 1986. You're not dreaming, it's the Moon Dreamers. Moon Dreamers was a short-lived Hasbro TV show and toy line from the 1980s. The thing about Moon Dreamers was that the toy line was often mistaken as being part of the My Little Pony line because the dolls were the same scale and a lot of the outfits and accessories were interchangeable with the human characters from My Little Pony. The big thing for Moon Dreamers was, aside from being part of the cartoon, that the hair and their decals would glow in the dark for a short time. I can already hear this one in the comments. It's not obscure, but Captain Planet Tiger Toys 1991. Captain Planet was the brainchild of media mogul Ted Turner. The toy line consisted of 24 figures and a few vehicles and playsets. Each figure was sold in blister packs, some of them included one or more accessories. Gaia, the spirit of Earth, awakens to find the world in danger from pollution and other toxic evils, so she assembles a group of 5 children from around the world, and when their powers are combined, they form a super being known as Captain Planet. A personal favorite of mine, Skeleton Warriors from Playmates, 1994. These are some of the best looking toys, not just for Playmates, but any toys ever, and coming from 1994, these were super detailed, and the cartoon was awesome too. Basically, Baron Dark tried to steal a crystal, and it turned the bad guys into skeletons. It gave him the ability to turn other people into skeletons, and he had to fight the good guys, the 2 princes. One of them got turned into a half skeleton. I need to watch it again, but this was a fantastic cartoon and toy line. Another very cool but underrated toy line from Playmates again, 1990, Dick Tracy. Now, I love Dick Tracy toys. My father bought me a bunch of these to keep me occupied. If you want to know what we were going through at the time, just Google the Oka Crisis 1990. Based off the Warren Beatty film, the toy line was huge. 14 characters, playsets, and vehicles. A lot of short-lived characters were represented. There weren't any doubles of characters. Sadly, Dick Tracy never came with his classic yellow coat. Big Boy did it. The Pooch Patrol, 1990, Tonka. As was the case for many toys in the 80s and 90s, Pooch Patrol's draw lay in their transformative powers, but while it's true they might not have been as flashy or as articulated as Transformers, they were still kind of adorable. Even if they did get you scared, all you had to do was flip down their eyebrows and turn up their lip and you had a fearsome guard dog to protect you. Boglins, Mattel, 1987. The original run of Boglins was released in 1987, coinciding with a creatures craze that included ghoulies, critters, and gremlins. Boglins were made up of a flexible rubber and could be manipulated to represent speech and facial expressions. Several series of the Boglins were released, themed around goblins, aquatic creatures, Halloween, and even some with tufts of hair. Hook, Mattel, 1991. These action figures, released by Mattel to tie in with the movie Hook, saw declining sales immediately, and after a short period, the second wave had a very limited release, making those figures even harder to find and acquire on the secondary market, so a lot of these are sought after by collectors. With several variations of both Peter Pan and Hook, Nameless Pirates, and Multitudes of the Lost Boys, they were a colorful, fun toy line that just didn't fare so well. Conan the Adventurer, Hasbro, 1992. Conan the King, Conan the Adventurer, he goes by many titles and royalties. No matter which though, his heart, goals, and deeds are always the same. He's a man of good and a conqueror of evil. definitely different than the movie I watched, but this was based on the cartoon series. A lot of variations of Conan. There was Conan the Adventurer, Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Ninja. This one didn't last too long, but something interesting and definitely fits in with the obscure gaming theme. There was also a few battle stallions that you could purchase. These were horse mounts, and the secondary characters Zula, Demon Hunter, and Grey Wolf. And that's gonna do it for obscure 70s, 80s, and 90s toys. Well, sort of obscure. This is the 9th video, and I'm really enjoying these guys. Again, down in the comments, let me know of a toy line that you would like to see in upcoming videos, and I really appreciate all the views. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you later.